The abbot had once covered the blind monk's body with sacred sutras, hoping to ward off the restless spirits that haunted him. Unfortunately, the old master, now advanced in years, made a crucial oversight. He missed an important part of the monk's body. The very next night, the wandering spirit returned in search of the blind monk, but couldn't find him anywhere. It turned out that some time ago, the sightless young monk had already caught the attention of a spirit. Strangely, it hadn't harmed him. Instead, it had invited him to the spirit master's residence to play and sing. Unable to see its true form, the blind monk never realized that the samurai before him was, in fact, a ghost. He followed it for what felt like a long while, until they arrived at a lavish, resplendent hall. Led to the final set of grand doors, he was welcomed inside only to be greeted by a princess. The monk's skill in music was extraordinary, and his performance moved all the spirits present. Outside, a sudden downpour began. Back at the temple, the abbot and the monks discovered the blind monk was missing. Such weather was dangerous for a man without sight, so they set out immediately, braving the rain to find him. They scoured the surrounding area but found no trace until, within the blind monk's performance, the setting around him began to shift. Before long, the spirits transformed into rows of cold, silent gravestones, with only a few ghostly flames drifting in the air, circling around him. The search party eventually came across the monk's straw sandals and cane, just before stumbling upon the sight of him surrounded by those eerie flames. They rushed in and dragged him out by force. Once back at the temple, the abbot saw the monk's pallid face and knew instantly that the spirits had bound themselves to him and would surely return that night. Determined to protect him, the abbot covered the monk from head to toe with sacred scripture, even marking his face with charms. He sternly warned him not to respond to any sound he might hear. That evening, the monk sat quietly on the corridor when the spirits returned. Thanks to the inscriptions, they could not see him except for one fatal flaw: the abbot had forgotten to protect his ears. Spotting the two barriers floating in the air, the spirits seized them viciously, tearing them away as proof for the princess that it had found him. The monk endured the agony in silence, not daring to utter a sound. At dawn, the abbot discovered the trail of blood and found the monk, realizing with horror exactly where the sacred text had been left incomplete.